and then the mannequin head flies off, like for whatever reason it just goes like like that. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you have never seen me before, my name is Brittney Gray. I'm owner and stylist at FAVES Beauty Studio. Today I'm going to talk to you guys about my beauty school experience. Also at the end of this video I did want to talk about some other things just off the cuff, so if you want to stay tuned for that then go ahead. I am going to get into the main topic right now, so if you're not subscribed to my channel then please take a moment to subscribe. I upload new videos every Thursday and Saturday for sure, and then maybe I might sprinkle some in there in between during the week, but every Thursday, every Saturday for sure. Saturday. So hit the notification bell and become a part of the family. I'm trying to think of a name for the people who like to watch me, who are ride or die, you know, not to be corny or whatever, but I don't like to say my followers, my fans, my likers, whatever. I don't know, I'm trying to think of a cute name, but I'm kind of not creative in that way, but I'm thinking of it. Anyway, let's get into the video now. So first things first, the thing that led me to go to beauty school, I went to community college for a little while to try to figure out what I wanted to do. I've always kind of had a natural talent in hair and makeup and that kind of thing, and my parents tried to get me to go to beauty school, but I was like, no, I don't want to go to beauty school. I don't want to be a hairdresser. At that time in my life, I kind of believed in like the stereotype about hairdressers, like, oh, well, all my friends are going off to college. You have to go to college. You have to get a degree in order to be successful, in order to make a living and things like that. And now I know that that is totally not true. There is a stigma, I guess, with hairdressers or people who do a trade. People look at you as kind of like a loser, a lowlife, or you weren't smart enough to go to school. And that is totally untrue. When you have a cosmetology license or when you learn a trade, the sky is the limit. There is no limit to the money that you can make, and there's no limit to what you can do in your career, and it's all up to you, as opposed to some other careers it's all up to other people. So don't think that if you go to cosmetology school that you won't make a living. I am very comfortable with the living that I make, and there are other people in my same industry who are millionaires, billionaires, okay? So don't think that you can't be successful by learning a trade. That's just a little side note. So yes, that was my mentality back then. So I went to community college so that way I can figure out what I wanted to do. I just figured, you know what, I'll get my prerequisite classes done, and then by the time that's over with, I'll know what I want to major in. And then eventually I was like, okay, you know what, I do want to move out of my mom's house, okay? And what am I good at? I'm good at hair and makeup. I'm gonna go to beauty school. I finally decided to stop fighting it, just go to school. I decided that day. The next day I went to school, and then I signed up, and the rest is history, and here I am today. I started beauty school when I was 20 years old, I think. Yeah, I was 20 years old, and I didn't go full time because I wanted to work while I went to school. The school that I started at back then, it was called Flavio's Beauty College in Torrance, California. Now it's called, I believe it's called Torrance Beauty College, and that's if it is still around, because I mentioned in another video that the school that I started at, Flavio's, no shade to them at all, but this is just public information, okay? It was on Tabitha's Salon Takeover because the school was kind of a hot mess the way that it was ran. When I first started, all you had to do was pay for your kit, and then they pay for your tuition. I believe that the state of California funded that school, but then they lost their funding, and I don't know if this is true or not, but I think it's because a lot of students weren't passing the state board exam, and so they lost their funding. And then so in the middle of my schooling, I think I was at maybe 1,100 hours or so, they told me that I would have to start paying out of pocket for my tuition. Now, I don't mind, obviously school costs money, you know, you have to spend money on your education. But the thing is, I didn't feel as though the quality of education that I was receiving was worth the amount of money that they were asking for. And so I decided to leave the school, no hard feelings at all. I ended up going to back to the community college that I started at in the beginning of my whole college career anyway. I went to El Camino College, that is in Torrance, California also. I had an amazing experience there in the cosmetology department. But I also want to say that if you cannot afford to go to a beauty school, if you can't afford $20,000, $40,000 for your education, then I totally suggest going to a community college. And for me at community college, all I had to do was, I already had my kit, so I guess you can buy a kit. I think I had to buy books because they use different books there. I think I had to buy books, and then you pay by unit. So just like regular college or community college, you pay by unit. So however much it is per unit, like let's say it's a semester of, and that's another thing, it goes by semesters. So it's a semester, I honestly don't remember how many units it was and all that, but let's just say it's, I don't know, $50 a unit, something like that. And for one semester, it's 4 units, let's just say. So then you pay $200 for that semester. So I forgot exactly how much I paid for my entire education, even from Flavio's, but I honestly probably paid maybe $5,000 in total. And that's probably reaching. I paid out of pocket. I didn't have any financial aid or anything like that, so it was really cheap. As far as my experience in school, what did I think about beauty school before I went, and then what did I think after? I first went to beauty school because I had a natural talent in hair, but I wasn't like some hair prodigy, like, oh, I just understand chemistry and all these things. I just thought I like to play with hair, and so I was like, oh, it's gonna be fun, whatever, you know, I get my little mannequin head, whatever, it's gonna be fun. But beauty school is not like that. I was kind of shook a little bit when I started because I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to learn how electricity works. I have to learn chemistry. I have to learn science. I have to do all of these things. You have to learn all the bones in the body. You have to, and all this stuff is on the state board test. You have to learn about the bones in the body. You have to learn about what skin is composed of. Like, you learn a lot of biology. Like, there's so many things to learn. I think in school you also don't get to be super creative because all they want to know, in a nutshell, they want to make sure you're not going to infect anybody with a disease. They want to make sure you basically know the basics of how to perform a service. But it's really interesting. If you guys have been following me for a long time, you guys know I used to be a total pothead. No shame here. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you guys always. I was a total pothead, and so like before school, like I would smoke, and then I would go to school and I'd just be like, oh my gosh, this is so interesting. Like, just like taking my tests and reading the books, I was like, oh my gosh, like this is how all this stuff works. Like, I really loved learning the science behind hair. It was fascinating, okay? It still is to this day. You guys know I get excited about hair. I finished my 1,600 hours in June of 2012. Yeah, June 2012. And then I applied for a state board exam, and then I had a date set in December 28th, 2012. So the state board exam is so serious. Oh my gosh, quick little horror story during my practical exam. So I had to do it on a mannequin head. If you drop a tool, if you drop a comb or something like that, then you're supposed to pick it up, wash it, and sanitize it if you need to use, or disinfect it if you need to use it again. Or just put it into your soiled container. It's soiled, don't use it again. And then you wash your hands after you do that, right? So I'm doing this color on this mannequin. Then my mannequin head flies off of the stand. I just got this mannequin head because I'm coloring a wig tomorrow. Isn't she cute? She has eyelashes. What should I name her? Usually mannequin heads come with a name, like right here, or else on the back, but this one doesn't have a name. So what should I name her? Seriously, leave me a comment down below. Whatever gets the most votes, I'll name my mannequin that. Anyway, so I'm over here doing my mannequin head. The one I was doing obviously had hair. And then the mannequin head flies off, like for whatever reason, it just goes like, like that. Okay? Across the floor at state board. Mind you, I'm already nervous. The room is silent. So what I did is I picked up my mannequin head, right? and I pretended to, I basically showed the examiner, I think I like wiped her head off and pretended to disinfect it or whatever, and then I washed my hands and sanitized my tools and all that. And I don't think they took points off, because I'm sure that because they have moved, they've changed state board from a live model to a mannequin head. I'm sure they've had several mannequin heads flying off, but that just, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna fail my test. I'm not gonna get my license. But I just thought that was funny. Anyway, what should I name her? Actually, it's funny because after I was there, this girl left me a comment on Instagram. She's like, hey girl, I watched your videos. I think you were at state board today, but I didn't want to say anything because it's so like serious. Shout out to you, girl, whoever you are. I forgot your name, but shout out. Hope you're doing well in your career. And sometimes people will pass like the practical and not the written exam or like whatever. But I passed both tests my first time, and I was so excited. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be a beast in my career. And so far, I'm sticking to the plan. After I went to state board exam, got my license, and then I started working at a salon the next month. One of my clients actually asked me this question. Hey, Haley, I see you. She asked me, how come if all cosmetologists, if all hairstylists are required to have licenses and they all go to school, how come some are good and some are bad? No shade to the hairdressers out there. Like I said, with going to cosmetology school and taking a state board exam, they focus mostly on laws, they focus on sanitation, disinfection, like that kind of thing. Again, they don't care if you are good at hair or if you know how to do an amazing haircut or amazing hair color. They just want to make sure if you do hair color, you're not going to burn the client's scalp off. All they care about is client safety. That is all the state of California cares about, is client safety and are you doing things legally. Other than that, you can't get shut down if you just cut hair bad. But you really learn the artistry of hair when you get out into the real world. And I would really advise everybody, if you go to cosmetology school and you finish and you get your license, I really truly highly advise being an assistant first, because you want to learn from somebody. You want to be molded by somebody who's successful. You want to be molded by somebody who is good at what they do. I was lucky enough to be in that kind of circumstance. Shout out Shin Salon in Santa Monica. I see you guys. No, but you really want to learn from somebody who is great at what they do, because then you learn how to do things at a top-notch level. If you want to go to beauty school, I totally support you. I think that that is amazing. You won't regret it, okay, you guys? You have to work hard at whatever it is that you want. And if you want to be a cosmetologist, don't pay attention to anybody who is telling you that that is a stupid career to have, or that you're going to be a lowlife, loser, you're not going to make money, or you know, you're too smart to go to beauty school or something like that, okay? Because you know, you want to really be shady, okay? So I know people personally that went to school, went to college, paid for college, and they're like in a bunch of student loan debt, and I make more money than them and I have no student loan debt whatsoever, okay? And I'm not trying to brag or anything like that. All I'm saying is I'm representing for all of the cosmetology students out there, or even no matter what trade it is. If you're just an entrepreneur and people are like, well, you're dumb because you didn't go to school, like, I mean, that's another conversation for another time, but you don't have to be college educated in order to be successful in America and in other places in the world. But I'm just speaking for Americans out there also. So don't pay attention to those people who are just trying to kill your dream, okay, girl or boy. Okay, if you want to be a makeup artist, if you want to be a hairstylist, a nail technician, or an esthetician, go for it. The sky is the limit. Okay, you can do whatever you want and I support you, okay? Now, quickly, I did just want to discuss a few things, and I'm gonna keep this short because I really didn't want to talk about this at first. I've been debating about it for a couple days or whatever, but I'm just gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this once and for all, okay? I feel like I get a lot of hate on my videos. I do think that, you know, the vast majority is positive, and I do read those comments. I try to like all of my comments. I even like the hater comments too. I try to respond to the questions that you guys ask me and things like that. I really do. And those of you who I have commented back to, you can vouch for me. People who leave me rude comments or mean comments, you're not affecting me. I'm not gonna cry myself to sleep. You can't hurt my feelings. But it's just one of those things where it's just like, you know, sometimes when you get a text message from somebody that you just don't even want to talk to, it's like that kind of feeling. It's not like, oh my gosh, like that really hurt me. No, it's just like, wow, like that is stupid and you're stupid. You know, it's just kind of like that. People who do things like that, they have no lives, they have nothing going for them. And a lot of people realistically are walking around the world with undiagnosed mental illness, and some people just need to do that in order to get something out of them, you know. But what I am gonna say is I'm gonna start blocking people and deleting people. Usually I don't, and then I'll respond, but then sometimes it does make me look bad, because sometimes people will be like, oh my gosh, you're mean. This person who called me a bitch, I reply to them and I call them a bitch, and then I'm the mean one. So I'm not even gonna go down that whole rabbit hole, because it sours the experience for me. It sours the experience for people who actually want to watch my videos and who get me. And the thing is, if you come across one video and you watch it and you get kind of like a bad vibe from me, or you think I'm a bitch or whatever, just give it a couple of videos and you'll get to know me and you'll understand me better, you know, and you will like me, okay? But then also, if you don't like me, that's fine. If you do hate me, if you hate my guts, if you can't stand my voice, if you can't stand my face, if you can't stand anything I do, everything I talk about, you don't like my personality, you can watch me. If you hate me, you can hate watch me. I don't care. But hate watch in silence, because the thing is, if you leave me a mean comment, I'm gonna block you and then you won't get to watch me anymore. And secretly, there's a small part of you that wants to watch me. You want to know what my vibes are. You want to know what I'm up to, okay? You want to know what I have to say, or else you want to just come here, look at my videos and see what stupid shit I say, or what dumb thing I'm doing, or what a bitch I am. Again, if you want to hate watch me, that's fine. Hate watch in silence. Or if you leave me a rude comment, you're gonna get blocked, okay? And for those of you who love my videos and who get my personality and understand me, I f with you hard. Stay tuned for amazing videos. I'm trying to clean up the environment on my channel, because I feel like I'm beginning to kind of gain a reputation as a bitch, or somebody who's brutally honest but in a bad way, and things like that, and that's not who I am. In the core of my being, I'm a genuine person, and that's another thing. You may not realize it, but most people are used to being lied to, okay? You don't even know that you're being lied to. You don't even know that you're used to being lied to. But the thing is, here on my channel, I don't lie. I'm real. When you come, if you watch my videos and you've come in to get your hair done with me, I talk just like this. I'm the same. I talk about real stuff. I tell you guys about my personal life when you guys come into the salon, like just like we're friends or clients, whatever. Okay, I'm a genuine person. I'm real. What you see is what you get. And if you want to go and watch somebody who's fake and who's going to lie to you and try to sell you shit, then go ahead and do that. There's plenty of those channels here on YouTube, okay? But if you want to subscribe to somebody who is real and who's going to tell you the truth about things and be genuine and be themselves, then f with me. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say about that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys are enjoying my channel. I have so many amazing videos planned for you guys. Again, every Thursday and every Saturday, sprinkle some videos in between, especially if I have a busy week at the salon. I always try to do the next week and do more videos. I'm kind of thinking about experimenting with uploading Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, but I don't want to make the commitment of doing 3 videos a week, because it's really hard for me because I have my business here. So yes, follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, and Twitter. And other than that, you guys will see me in my next video. Leave me comments down below. I'm going to read all of my comments. I'm going to like the comments and I'm going to comment back. So yes, I will talk to you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.